Hi, Dave here, and today we're going to do, or tonight, or today technically, because I did kind of take a nap again. My sleeping schedule is just so off. But I feel like most of my day is just, if it's not recording something or doing art while it's being recorded, if it's not that, it's waiting for it to kind of render in the background. And I've actually been listening to the podcast Sketchbook Heroes. I believe it was recommended to me by Raducci, a friend of the channel. And I actually listened to a recent episode. It's called Fail to Succeed. And I didn't listen to the whole thing, but he did, or they both talk about the idea of really going deep and setting the foundations in your younger years and, you know, like below 30, right? And I'm kind of in that stage. And looking at my YouTube analytics, my audience largely consists of like 18 to 24. Like that's the main kind of demographic that I tend to reach, and that's actually a good thing because that's my target audience anyway. So that's not a bad thing, right? I think. Shit. I had a point. Sorry. We'll try this thing. And yes. Because I feel like we went retro in the last kind of speed paint. And we're still going to try and keep it to 30 minutes. Just because, first of all, it takes less time. And of course, speed paints ought to be speedy. So, sure, 1 hour is fast, but 30 minutes is faster. And we don't, it makes us focus more on the bigger picture, right? So we'll do something random tonight. I did talk about in the recent kind of Paint With Me episode, part 3 of the mech, the Ava inspired mech, that or it kind of reiterated the idea that I wanted everything to kind of tie together, just because it's going to make things more efficient. Shit, why is that pink? Sorry. Yeah. And like I want everything to kind of make sense and kind of a part of each other. And I think it's because I don't want to just waste time. Like I want everything to feed off of each other. Like I want my studies, say in my human anatomy side, to be a part of, to eventually contribute to my storytelling, you know, and stuff like that. Like I don't want to I want to be more deliberate, and it's kind of hard. Well, not hard, but sometimes you're not sure. And even though I like saying figure it out as you go, it doesn't mean it's kind of easy, because there's always that tension, right? I mean, maybe it gets easier over time, but it's still there. You know, like, am I doing the right thing? Yeah. I've also reflected on the idea that to be able to, because I want to develop my skills at the same time. I want to kind of tell a story, and by story I also mean kind of world building. And I want to kind of create this world, my own kind of thing, right? Because even if, like, for example, I did a recent review, checking out the work of Nivan Shantara, and even though he focuses more on characters, it's almost like they're part of one world, right? Just because there's a bit of consistency going on there, it just looks like everything kind of ties together. And I want that same thing for me. Because eventually I know I'll find something that just, like, I'll just seem to kind of gravitate to, you know? So what would that be? I'm not sure yet. I mean, I may have an idea of it, but yeah, I feel like, yeah. So I'm not sure what I'm doing right now, but maybe we'll try hitting or flipping the canvas and see what we can find. Nah, this one's pretty cool. Shit, what was I talking about? Jesus Christ. So this one's more of a solid brush. Now I tend to not do this too much, because I don't want to take away this random strokes that I made with a pattern stamp tool, because it's kind of a waste, you know. I did update my watercolor or my wet brushes to make it look more watercolor. All I did was kind of just add a texture, and it looks pretty insane, right? It just makes it look more textured and shit. Maybe I'll make the sky darker or something. Fucking awesome, right? And yeah, I feel like I need the skills to be able to tell my story. And again, by story, I mean world building as well, you know, just, yeah. But I also know that I need skills first to be able to tell the stories effectively and efficiently, right? Because if you look at, let's say, Nivan Chantara's work, he already has like a process, right? And because he has like a solid, repeatable, efficient process, he can like come up with different concepts regularly. And now I know finding a process takes time, and you don't have to wait for the perfect process to be able to start working on your own kind of project, right? So I do have to kind of remind myself of that fact. What is this supposed to be though? Maybe some kind of mech head? Maybe. By the way, my time limit is what? 30 minutes, right? Ish. So how do I balance developing my skills while at the same time working on my stories? Because I do know I won't be able to effectively, you know, like say what I really want to say with my art, or I won't be able to express my ideas well enough if I don't have the skills. So I do think there ought to be a lean. I was reflecting on, again, my favorite kind of example, and that is my post processing kind of process with my audio in Audacity. And it took me a while to kind of get the audio right. I mean, it's not perfect, like my audio is not like super professional, but I like the way it sounds and I'm kind of satisfied, and I haven't changed it in a while, because maybe in the future I will change it, but it's at a point where I'm kind of happy with how, say, the art reviews are turning out, or any of my videos, because it sounds good enough. And not just good enough, but it meets my standards, right? Now, of course, there will always be room for improvement, but I feel that there is a point where it's kind of good enough, you know, to be able to effectively do what you wanted to do, right? And maybe I need that in my art process or painting, illustration process or design process as well, you know, because I feel like I'm still not sure with how I want to approach a painting, and maybe it's because I don't have like a style yet or something, that it's kind of lagging my progress and shit. So I don't know, maybe, but We'll try something different. We'll try this brush. We haven't been using this texture brush in a while. Yeah. Oh shit. Oh, you know what? I'll hit Control A to select the entire canvas, Control Shift C to copy everything within that selection, and then hit Control V to have or to paste that selection. So we have now a flattened version of the whole thing. That's kind of how I do things with my paintings, right? I want the face to be kind of here. Not sure how the head would actually look like, but yes. I feel like it's some kind of head. Although the design is kind of off. The thing with speed paintings is you're trying to come up with ideas fast, right? So maybe I'm not fast enough or I need to make sure that I'm in that mindset, because sometimes I'm kind of approaching this with the like a paint with me session, you know, where it's I'm more chill and I need to be a bit more fast in this one, I guess. Okay, this could be like the arm maybe. Now we're just coming up with random shit here, and that's kind of the fun part. Am I right? By the way, I was actually listening to my last Speed Paint with me episode, and I was actually I'm just kind of listening to myself. I think I'm kind of insane, in a good way. And it happens, you know, because I talk to myself, right? And that's normal. But I also, like, when it gets really late or I haven't slept, I talk to myself, and I sometimes sound a bit out there, and sometimes it scare me. But I'm also happy because I am actually kind of funny. If you can make yourself laugh, you have like good self-esteem, or you're not too bad, you know. If you're not happy with yourself, there may be a problem. I'm just saying. So I'm not sure how the body ought to be in this bitch. Maybe we can extend the canvas just a bit further down. Oh, by the way, I haven't been updating like my ArtStation and my Instagram. Like, everything feels behind. It's almost as if I'm focusing a bit too much on YouTube. It's not a bad thing, but you know, I'm just saying, bro. Control Shift C, Control C, Control V, Control T, or just hit V to move it down. There you go, right? Control T, bring it higher off the ground. Maybe hit Control. Well, this is fine. Am I removing some details here? Oh yeah, I'll hit E and just do this, right? That's enough. Not too bad. I'm gonna hit Control A, Control Shift C, Control V, and now we have a flattened version again. I'm going to use one of the smudge tools that I have, and let me just show you. I do feel like the paint with me and speed paint with me and all the art with me, essentially videos, they have a bit of a tutorial in them because I do show you my shit. Eventually I'll be posting my mixer and my smudge tools. I'll just have to like make a few more. Oh shit, I have like duplicates of it here. Shit. Yeah, I need to develop them more. Now what you can do is kind of make sure you have the strength to like 100%, and not all of this, it won't always look good at 100%, but the reason why you do that is because it helps you drag the paint more aggressively. Be aggressive, be aggressive, as you can see. And it's better if you kind of just do this with a flattened version of the whole thing. It works. It's the same advice I would give when using the mixer brush. It's just it's going to take less of a toll on your computer, so no worries. And it does have a nice, depending on the brush you use for the smudge or mixer, it will make it look more. It can make it look a bit more painterly, as you can see, right? And you can use a more rounded brush, or you could use like a basic circle and drag paint around. Because I've seen others design, say, guns with a smudge tool, and it's pretty fucking cool, bro. Right now, of course, you don't want to overdo this. Although when you're just starting out, I think it's fun to just kind of overdo it, because yeah, it's just fun, right? It looks a bit oily, which is, if you're the impressionistic type, I think you'll enjoy this. Or a mixed media kind of person, where you're kind of combining a lot of techniques together. I don't think it's a bad thing. Now, of course, I'm done with that. Let me. We're at 15 minutes. We have like 15 minutes left. So we'll try using this simple round brush here, or this guy again. And just do this, right? I'm going to save time and do this, right? I want the arm. Maybe this thing has 4 arms. Maybe this one is a bit smaller than the other one. And maybe this thingy here is like this. It's kind of pointing more down. It's not too big. And this one's like covered in shit. Right? This could be like the chest, right? I was kind of just going for a random thing in the beginning, and then I kind of saw a head, and then now we're kind of drawing a body. And I actually like this approach where you're kind of starting off with a random thing, and then you're just kind of building it up as you go, or figuring it out as you go. Oh, I'm such a cool person. Right? And if you're kind of struggling with like ideas, this is like the best approach I would suggest, to just kind of do random shit. And then eventually you'll find something, you know, just generate some kind of chaotic stuff. That's why people use like custom shapes when doing thumbnails sometimes, because it creates this nice chaos. And then all they'll do is kind of just fill it up in the end, or just they'll try to make something out of it. In fact, that is the very thing artists do, right? We make something out of nothing. We're fucking gods, bro. You know, like we make shit up. That's the point. So this is like the best way to really show off our, you know, our skills, you know. I feel like this thing right here, this thing right here, it doesn't really make sense. Maybe I can do this instead. I'll be more deliberate with this selection. Control Shift C, Control V, Control T. Rotate. We can make it point. Oh, dude, I am a fucking genius, bro. I always tend to do this sort of thing with the triangle head. I think it's because I've been very heavily influenced by the Tremor films, the Graboids. By the way, I love that film, and I love the kind of the main character, the old guy. Even if like the following films they're not exactly like high budget or anything, but I don't know, I just like the character of that guy. And I also like this shit. They were kind of in a snow area. I'm not sure what part it was, or what part 3, 4, 5, 6 of the Tremor series. I had I mean, I still kind of have a crush on that chick. She's kind of Swedish or something. I don't know, like she looks so different, and it made my heart kind of go ooh la la. And she cute, like she's a mix of cute and pretty. She cute though. Simp. Everyone's a simp now, you know. Anyway, see that? Now for maybe, I don't know, some kind of bottom lighting to really show the 3D-ish. Like it's kind of part of the environment, right? And did I think about the colors too much? No, because I started out with a pattern stamp tool. With just make a photo into a pattern, and then you could use that to start your paintings off of it. Or you could just drag in the photo and just mix and match shit, right? Or do what Fengju does sometimes. He'll bring a photo in, and then he'll blur it with some kind of motion blur, usually vertically or something, and that usually does the trick for him. It helps kind of establish a nice color palette to work off of, or to work off from. Fuck. Oh shit, we're at 20 minutes. So we're not too bad. Although this guy right here and this guy right here is too similar. I do want to show off that this guy, this kind of shoulder thing is kind of here as well. Maybe not too much, just right here. Right. And I do recommend this approach. Well, it really depends on what kind of artist you are, but I want to be more direct. It's not that I want to be more, it's that I feel more, it's easier for me when I'm messy, and yeah, because some people like to be more, like they like the step-by-step approach. Like they'll do like a line work first, and they have like a system. So you want to make sure you have your own personal system that you can keep kind of going back to. That works for you, right? So don't, you can try to experiment obviously, but it's okay if you have your own thing, and it's supposed to be that way anyway, you know. We're all individuals here, and yes. So what the fuck is this? Oh, it's actually supposed to be slightly here. I want this to be more like this. Bring in some yellow-ish stuff here. Maybe some purples on this side. Now maybe the head isn't too determined here, but it's fine, right? Now this part right here doesn't really make sense, right? Maybe it's better if I just leave it like this. Let me use a different brush. It's starting to become too the same, and that's why I do recommend having at least a couple of brushes. You don't have to have too much, because sometimes that can lead to like analysis paralysis, where you can't really choose which brush to use. So it's good to have like a limited amount of brushes, but it's also good to have like enough variety, I think. But then again, some artists like to limit their brush pack to just like one brush, essentially. For me, I'm more of a I can go rogue often if I want to, right? Ooh, there you go. Right? Now where's the hand here? Maybe, oh, we can make it purple-ish. Maybe it has like, the knuckles are kind of orange. This one is kind of putting me off though, right? Maybe we can bring it downer, like this, or we'll use this brush, because it has more of a, it's easier to kind of paint with, because it's more opaque, slightly. It has a bit of transparency in it, but it's also very opaque. We can do this. Or I can use D, Shift D to go for the clone stamp instead of the pattern stamp. And I want some of this area, maybe bring it here. Try again, there you go, right? So you don't have to like always paint over something, because sometimes you'll feel like you want to make use of other textures or other kind of areas in the painting, and fuck. Learn how to use the clone stamp tool. It's very good. It's going to save time, I think. You don't have to paint over everything. That's the point. Oh shit, we're at 24 minutes. Na come on. Dun. Yeah, I do feel like 30 minutes is a good amount of time to paint. So in terms of the massing, I do like where this is going. The body, I feel like it should be darker. We'll try this brush and show the shadow here, a darker value, and do this, or maybe this guy, to really show off the shadow, right? You could use like a different layer and shit, but it's also easier to just paint over it. You can also adjust the blending modes here, or the mode here for your brush, or you could also just play with the settings. And this one has more of a transparent look, so it's easier to just use the pen pressure to just slightly kind of do that sort of thing to kind of darken up a certain area to indicate some kind of shadow. So there you go. Maybe a bit here and a bit here, right? Pretty cool. Hopefully you're learning something, and I hope you're enjoying this series. I'm pretty excited as to where this will lead me. Not sure. I sometimes feel like a kid, you know, like that insecure kid that's just there. Like sometimes you're unsure of yourself, and that's okay. You know what? I don't know. I just like saying that. It's more of a self-assurance kind of thing. It's gonna be okay. It's fine. Everything is fine. Shit. And I also like doing that pencil kind of look, where I use a smaller brush and just kind of do that. Right? And I'm using the same kind of round brush. Am I right or am I right? So I've got a bit of concept here. Right? It's a bit messy, but I like it. Now the head is like, I don't even know what the face or looks like, but yes, we'll try to bring some grays here and really make the increase the contrast a bit in this area, right? Na na na, come on, dun 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 dun. 'Cause that made me crazy. Oh shit, it disappeared. Like the dark area. Oh shit, I'll use this brush. Oni-chan. Arigatozaimasu, bitch. Right? Maybe this could be the arm? It's kind of like this. Oh shit, I lost it. Maybe bring in some of this here. And 30 minutes is enough to kind of jot the idea down, but at the same time make it look slightly presentable. You could do it obviously for your client or whatever, or for you, because right now it actually looks kind of like it's maybe this could be a part of the world. Who knows, right? Maybe we'll make the chin clear. It's fine, right? Right? We'll bring some bottom lighting here to really show off the edge. Maybe, we'll use a smaller brush here. Excuse me, monsieur. Monsieur, bitch. Oni-chan. You know, I used to like listen to Pimsleur. I wanted to learn French. But I didn't continue it. Je ne comprends pas le français. So if you're French, hopefully you can understand that. Je suis Dave. Whoa. Multilingual. Step aside, bitch. I'm literally so fucking talented, bro. Anyway. Yeah. We have like about a minute left. So, fuck it. Na na na, come on, dun dun da 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 da. And yeah, it does help to have like a chill kind of approach. If you're kind of too heavily stressed, I think you're going to have a hard time doing this kind of thing. So learn how to just relax, bro. So maybe the tip is kind of pointy, right? It goes like that. A bit of variety in terms of the values and hues, so it won't look like too poppy. And I have a shortcut for flipping the canvas. It's just easier to work with that kind of thing. Maybe some design stuff here. Just some vague indication of some kind of texture. Texture. Oh no, we have a minute left, or a few seconds. Na na na, come on, dun 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 dun. Does that make me crazy? Oh shit, we're being abstract now. Look at that. Oh, strong sense of power. intensity. Shit. Very squibbly kind of strokes here. So this one has a lot of like triangles in it. So that's another kind of technique. And when you're trying to design something, try to make the shapes or certain kind of shapes repeat. In this case, it's more of it's a very kind of triangle-ish thing. Not sure what this thing is. Excuse me. But it's there, so. Excuse me. Apologies. Let's do that. Right. Oh, we're done. So we'll leave it there. And also learning when to stop is a good thing, because you're not trying to make a complete illustration, right? You're just trying to speed paint. So know also what your goal is, and don't just like learn when to stop. Know when to quit, right? Quitting isn't a bad thing, it's a good thing. Knowing when to stop is a good thing, you know? So, I do want to add some kind of texture, maybe to kind of just vary things up. It's more of a finisher kind of thing. So these are my favorite ones from the texture brush pack, which you can find at my Gumroad store. Right? It just adds a bit of flair. Oh, a bit of art, right? Oh, disgusting. We'll try some noise. Oh shit, what did I, maybe, no, something more scribbly like this one. That's it, I should just stop there, right? It helps to kind of push something back without having to use like a soft brush, you know, while at the same time adding a bit of texture, right? It helps to add a bit of depth. See that? Some sense of atmosphere. More contrast in the center area, so don't be afraid to kind of tone down the other areas, right? And make like this area pop out more. It's cool. Right? Just find a way to decrease the levels in some areas that are kind of further away, usually. And that usually does the trick to kind of push things back. Right? You don't always have to use the lightest value in that area. Just pick some kind of lighter value, but not the lightest. It doesn't have to be the lightest value or color, right? I do want some of this yellow here. And maybe I do want this pencil. I have like a pencil thingy. Oh, it's right here. There you go. Because if I zoom out, like I feel like this area is too dark. Just do that. Should it be like this or like this? I always have a tendency to make it this way. Like it's always facing left. But maybe this time I'll make it face right. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just leave it like this. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, fuck me. Jeez. Keep drawing, keep painting, and stay free.